EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Get up! Hey, wait.
Tight is right.
54, Seth! 54, Seth!
They'll try and run for the first time with Freeman. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Wait!
Check 20.
Get up!
Now Ryan on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Ryan. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. Now Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Let's go, interception, baby, let's go.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Here we go, go to 54.
They come out here in the aisle. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
20. Go!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Tyrone Crawford in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. On third down, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Here we go. Get that. Let's go. Get up.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
Second down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Tight end. We got 4.
Hey, here we go. Wide 80.
45's the mic. Watch QB drop.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brooks Reed in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Taken in at the 11. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Gun. Hey, wait. Let's go.
On first down, Ryan. Going for the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 46 yards.
Gun. Wait. Right. Here we go.
Here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's the fullback taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
Hey, gun. There we go.
Here's Ryan. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
4 down. Check.
Here we go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Come on.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Strong right.
Here we go. Wide in.
4 down.
What do you think?
Wide.
What do you think?
The give is to Allen. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Tight into the right. Move.
Here we go. Wide in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly.
Hustle.
Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. If you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Tight end right.
Here we go. Wide 8.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
4 down. 4 down. Kill.
Hey, 47.
45.
26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches.
26.
Now back to the ground with Elliott, and he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down.
Right there. All day, baby. That's it, baby.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go. Wide 8. 26.
Running with Elliott. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, express. There we go.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field. You can go make a play on the football.
Ryan, he's going to loft one. Deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
We got 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, and we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
21.
From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, here we go. 180.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. 46.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Tuesday. Space.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They'll run it out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42.
4 down.
Here we we go. Wide.
Prescott off play action. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Hey, here we go. Wide 80.
Prescott looks to throw on first. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's second down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Here we go. 46. 46.
Prescott from the gun. He's going to air one out. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Steps away to his left. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go. Wide.
First down, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Finding room to the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Wide.
From the red zone now, Prescott. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here we go. 46. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First target, first catch, and a first down. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Tight end right.
They come out here in the eye.
Check.
26.
Now Elliott. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Hey, we are.
Gotta give it to him running left. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal.
They're coming.
So it's third and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
Here we go. Wide.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
There's Elliott. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Here we go. 180. Here we go, 47.
Check.
Then we're going to 53.
They'll run it with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the back...
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory able to drop him for a loss of 4.
That's how we do it.
25.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Randy Gregory in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
12. Hey, express. 27.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really got clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Hey, boys.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Now he's forced out left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Cooper was the target there. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space. That'll bring up second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
He completes it to Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They got to make sure on their throws they see it open, not just anticipate it.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And now the Falcons are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
4 down, check. 4 down.
Hey, South.
He's back to throw. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Cowboys. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Here's Prescott. Being chased out left. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Prescott to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
46.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Now Prescott. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley run. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 16 in the drive.